I am delighted to join with you today in what will go down in history as the most wholesome, fully developed 4 words presentation in the years of ISM. My presentation is so encompassing in its circuity, so rounded, you might even call it pointless. 5 years ago, don't do the math, a great American whose actions led us to be here today recalled in horror that she was supposed to have been working on a 5-minute speech instead of watching The Wolf of Wall Street and surfing Wikipedia, among other forms of procrastination poorly disguised as independent learning. This momentous realization came as a crushing blow to her, whose soul had already been crumbling under the weight of secondary education. It came as a straw that broke the proverbial camel's back. And so I slept, and so I dreamt. I had a dream. I had a dream yesterday. Even though I faced the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still had a dream. My dream came as a beacon light, a gleam in the darkness of night lacquered black. The cream atop foamy ocean, a frothy stream of white that bubbled and teemed atop the tip of my tongue in a quiet scream. It seemed to not be a typical dream. It was a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. I dreamed of first world problems. I had a dream that people stopped asking me about my college plans because I have just sent out my applications and for most of my schools, and I've not yet had the chance to recover and suppress those memories. I had a dream that I, like our Texas weather, would transcend my identity crisis, figure out what I wanted to be, and for goodness sake, just stick to one choice. I had a dream that I successfully became what I had always known I would have been the best at: rich. Money can't buy your happiness, and money can't buy your health. But being poor can also buy you neither of these things, so I choose rich every single time. I had a dream that my nose was straight, or that my mom finally told me why it wasn't straight, because there's no way I was born this way. I had a dream yesterday. I had a dream I became a lawyer, not to defend those in need, but to pursue legal action against everyone who has ever stolen my erasers. I had a dream that my relatives would stop poking me on Facebook because I always have to have the last word, and it's really draining my life force. I had a dream that my cat had a soul. I had a dream that my children would one day live in a nation with the best government money could buy, in a warming world where polar bears didn't just suck at swimming. Oh wait, this one's not a dream, my bad. I had a dream that teachers stopped slathering our papers in spit and came up with better comebacks than, I don't know, can you? I had a dream yesterday. I had a dream that Mr. Hurdle stopped assigning us these presentations. Mr. Hurdle, we could be spending our time watching much more informative educational things and things that actually make sense. I had a dream that some miracle finally stopped me from eating Cheetos for all 3 meals. Maybe my good judgment and willpower finally prevailed. Maybe it was a stroke. I had a dream yesterday. I had a dream of a world rid of surprise calculus tests, rid of push and pull doors, rid of outlandish baby names, a world without small talk, without the phrase Netflix and chill, a world where Mean Girls cease to be taken as gospel, a world where I wouldn't be murdered for this opinion. I had a dream that I ran out of things to complain about, and then had no choice but to awaken. So, at 11:47 a.m., dazed and slightly disturbed, I blinked the crust out of my eyes and gave some more thought to a perfect world, about which there was nothing to complain. What would there be to improve? What would there be to change? Would I end up complaining about not having enough things to complain about? And among other nagging questions, why was I voluntarily using brain power on a weekend before noon? Anyway, I ultimately found I preferred the way things were and resolved not to dwell on my woes. To celebrate my enlightenment, I considered finishing the rest of my schoolwork without protest and being productive for a change. But then, thankfully, I remembered they say to follow your dreams. They say to follow your dreams. So I excused myself from work and went back to bed.